Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? Hope you all are safe at home. Welcome back to today's Social Studies online class.
In the last class, we have seen that Subhash Chandra Bose formed INA. INA is nothing but Indian National Army. Subhash Chandra Bose went to Japan and Germany and he collected the POWs, that means prisoners of war. Those who participated on behalf of Britishers and those who were defeated by the Japan and taken by Japan and Germany. So those soldiers joined INA. And so also we have seen that the British government released Gandhiji from prison in 1944. Gandhiji was being arrested by the British government for starting his major movement, the Quit India movement. But he was released from prison in the year 1944 and again they had a round of talks with the British government in between the Congress leaders Gandhiji and even British government. They held talks with Gandhiji and other leaders for the sake of Indian independence. So what happened in between 1946 to 1948 we are going to learn in today's class. In between 1946 to 1948 the trial of INA soldiers began. The British government started the trial of INA soldiers. Why they started the trial of these INA soldiers? Why? Because these INA, Indian National Army, they fought against the Britishers. That's why they were brought to the court and they were being punished to the death. Understand? Like that many Indian soldiers were died in these trials. And so, but people all over the country, they were very unhappy at that time. There was discontent among the people. Why? Because these soldiers, those who are in INA, they were all both Hindus and Muslims together. But people at this time, at that moment, they never thought of this religion at all. And they suffered, they were very unhappy and there was unrest, there was discontent in all the people of the country. Understanding, children? And most of these soldiers who were died in these trials were Muslims. If we see the condition in India after the end of World War II, there were food shortages in the country. No food, no sufficient food for the people. And rationing of food, high prices, black marketing, hoarding. So children, there were all these problems prevailing regarding food material in the country after the World War II had ended. So there were high prices, very less food grains, and even there was black marketing also. Hoarding means only people were stocking up their grains and they were not at all showing them, selling them the grains to the people. Okay. So all these things happened and so there was, because of these food shortages, there was no peace in the country. Even workers were very angry. Why? Because they were getting very low wages. Railway, postal employees, all these employees, they were thought of going on a general strike in India. Okay, children. And even on 18th February 1946, Navy people, the guards of Royal Indian Navy in Bombay, where children in Bombay, they also went on hunger strike. What is hunger strike? You all know, children? That is nothing but hunger strike means Nirahara Diksha. Okay. So this in 1946, Navy people in Bombay, they went on hunger strike in the year 1946, and they started this strike because of bad food condition. Okay, they were given very bad food condition, and there was no equality among the wages for these Indian Navy people and the British Navy men. Okay, children, they were not getting equal wages also. So this strike rapidly it started, which was started in Bombay. The strike which was started in Bombay, it spread to all the naval bases in India. That means all wherever they were naval bases, wherever the Indian Navy in almost all the seashores, this strike they have started the strike in all the places, naval bases. So this Navy men put up the tricolor. They put up the tricolor and the crescent. You all know, children, tricolor shows our Indian flag. Okay, and crescent and the moon and all this crescent and the moon, all these were put up on the ships, and they started their strike to show that they were doing it against the Britishers. We all Indians are one, and they were fighting against the Britishers. A naval strike committee was elected with M.S. Khan as its head. So children, M.S. Khan, that means a naval strike committee was elected, and who was its head? M.S. Khan. So they demanded, under his leadership, they demanded for better food. They demanded for better food, and also they demanded for equal wages. Equal wages for both Indian and as well as British sailors. And also they demanded to release INA soldiers. They also demanded to release INA soldiers. And also they demanded to take back the troops from Indonesia. Indian army also were fighting in Indonesia. They wanted to get back those Indian people from Indonesia. Understanding, children? All these were the demands of the Naval Strike Committee. And even how many people participated in this strike, children? We will see 78 ships and 20 shore establishments, and all these. Other than that, hundreds of students participated, and both Hindus as well as Muslims. Hundreds of students, they gave out their support. These students, they gave out their support for the strike. Among them, there were Hindus as well as Muslims, and also they clashed with the police and army. So these students, they gave their full support to the strike done by the Naval Committee. Okay, children. And among those students, there were Hindus and Muslims. Hindus and Muslims together participated. They gave their support for the strike. Even they clashed with the police and the army even. And so this year 1946 stood as the year of strikes. Children, remember, 1946 stood as the year of strikes and even work stoppages in factories and mills. Understanding, children? During 1946, many workers in the factories and even in the mills, they stopped their work. They participated in the strikes and all. CPI and other parties, they were very active. Who supported these strikes? CPI party and the Socialist Party. Understanding, children? These two parties actively participated in the strikes and all. They led the movements. Even the countryside was also on boil. Countryside means children, village. During 1946, many strikes occurred in the country, and also the CPI and Socialist Party played a very important role in these strikes and all. Even the countryside means that is village side also was on boil. They were all against the Britishers. Understanding, children? On February what happened, ma? 22.3 lakh. 22.3 lakh mill workers. 3 lakhs mill workers stopped their work. Understanding, children? 22.3 lakh mill workers put down their tools in Bombay. Where they put down their tools, children? In Bombay. Mill workers stopped their work during this year 1946. So this year stood as the year of work stoppages and year of strikes. Okay, children? Let's see what was the Tebaga movement. Children, this question will be asked under 2 marks or either 1 mark in the exams. The Tebaga movement. The Tebaga movement. So, it was started in Bengal by small and poor peasants. So, these small and poor peasants, they used to take land from the landlords, big landlords, and they used to pay some share of produce as the rent. So, now their demand was to increase their share of harvest to 2 portions out of 3 instead of half or less. So, children, their demand was to increase their share of harvest. Those small and poor farmers, they wanted to increase their share of harvest to 2 portions out of 3. Before that, they used to be given only half portion or more less than that only by the landowners. So now they were demanding to give them 2 portions of share of the produce. So children, that is the whole out of 3 portions of harvest they are demanding to give 2 portions to them, to the small and poor peasants. So instead of that, before that they used to get only half portion of harvest. Okay, children? So this was called as the Tebaga movement. It was this agitation was started in Bengal. And this was led by the Provincial Kisan Sabha. Okay, children? This was led by whom? The Provincial Kisan Sabha. Another farmers movement started in Hyderabad in Telangana region. So that was led by the CPI. Okay, children? And this also, what was their demands here? That debts of farmers be cancelled. So whatever debts taken by the farmers should be cancelled. Bonded labor should be stopped. In Hyderabad, in that farmers movement, they demanded that debts of farmers should be cancelled. Bonded labor should be stopped. Land be distributed to those who worked on it. Okay, children? So a famous slogan in those days, Dunne Vadde Bhumi. That is what they started their movement with, that slogan, that land should be distributed to those who worked on it. Okay, children? These were the demands. In this farmers movement in Hyderabad, 3,000 villages, nearly 3,000 villages took part in this movement, children. Understanding? They opposed the large landlords. They don't want that large landlordships. Okay, so that these were the demands of those farmers movement in Hyderabad. Also, there were some other farmers movements at that time in Kerala. Travancore region in Kerala also, one of the other famous movement occurred in Kerala. Understanding, children? Muslim League and Congress negotiation for transfer of power. So children, again in the year 1946, these Britishers had a negotiation regarding the transfer of power to the Indians. So they started negotiations with the Muslim League and the Congress. The British accepted to create an entirely Indian Central Executive Council. So that is what we were asking the Britishers to implement. Entirely Indian Central Executive Council, like how we have our central government. Okay. So British accepted for that, but except for the Viceroy and the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces. They wanted to appoint the Britishers as the Viceroy. They wanted to appoint the Britishers as the commander-in-chief of armed forces. Except for these two posts, all the others can be the Indian people as the executive council. Do you understand? Discussions about the transfer of power failed. But what happened, children? Discussions regarding this transfer of power were failed. Why? Because this Muslim League, the leader of the Muslim League, who is the leader of the Muslim League, children? M.A. Jinnah. The leader of the Muslim League was M.A. Jinnah. He demanded that all the Muslim members of Executive Council can be selected by the Muslim League only. Understand? By the members of the Muslim League. But this was not at all acceptable to all the other Muslims, all the other Indian Muslims and all. They have not accepted for Jinnah's demand. What was the Jinnah's demand? That only these Muslim League members will select who will be in the Executive Council. But this was not accepted by the Indian Muslims. Why? Because also the leader of the Congress party, who is he? Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Okay, Maulana Azad. I am sorry, children. That is Maulana Azad. He was the president of the Congress party. He also don't like the demand of M.A. Jinnah. Why? Because the Jinnah asked for to select the members of the Executive Council. Muslim members will be elected by the Muslim League. That was not accepted to the Indian Muslims as well as Maulana Azad, who was the leader of the Congress party, president of the Congress party. For those delegations, for these negotiations, he was acting as the president on behalf of the Congress party. Understanding, children? So that's why the discussions about the transfer of power failed. In 1946 elections, what happened? Elections were conducted in the all the provinces, and I already told you before that there were separate electorate for Muslims. In that separate electorate, Muslims were able to win 86% of votes, and also the Muslim League stood as a dominant party among Muslims. And the Congress also won in general elections, that means in general constituencies. Congress was able to win 91% votes. Understanding, children? Once again listen carefully. In 1946 election, the League was able to establish itself as a dominant party. Why? Because how, children? In all the separate Muslim seats, 86% were won by the Muslims. That's why it also stood as a dominant party. Understand? Also the Congress, in general constituencies, the Congress was able to win 91% of votes. And by the end, by 1946, this both Congress as well as Muslim League, they stood as the dominant parties, two dominant parties. Okay, children? Now, children, read the whole topics once again and write the given questions. What was the situation in the country after the war ended? Okay, children, as we have discussed, there were food shortages in the country. All those points you should write. Understand? After the war had ended, what was the situation in the country? Next, who was the head of the Naval Central Strike Committee? I have told you, children. Once go through the lesson carefully and write down the answers. And what were their demands? They also demanded some things. Yes, no? For better food, to give equal wages. All these things you should write, children. Question number 3. Write about the Tevaga movement. You should write when it started and where, And what was the demand of these farmers, small and poor farmers? And who led this Tebaga movement? Okay children, you should write that. Lastly, why were the discussions about the transfer of power failed? Why these discussions were failed? Why? Because the Muslim League, the leader of the Muslim League, M.A. Jinnah, demanded that they will choose the Muslim members who have to be in the executive council. Yes, Mama. So last topic, if you go through, you will find the answer. Children, read the topics once again. Underline this, whatever we have discussed, underline carefully. And if you have any doubts, contact me.
Thank you.